Whoa, whoa, whoa! And we're back. Hello. Welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 32? 31? 32? Let's check the phone. It is 32! There you go. Perfect. Welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey 32. Chapter 32. No subtitle yet. It will come up right now. No, wait, no. I'm not going to edit that in. I'm just gonna say it in a second because I already know what it is. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing well. Going to the gym. It is unseasonably warm today. It's 70 in January. It's usually around like 30 around this time. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Freedom units. Today it's very, very, very hot. Like this sweater, I'm wearing the hat mostly just because I want to have something to hold the mic, not because I actually need it or something like that. So yeah, kind of fucking crazy. But today it is Friday. It is our shotgun dropkick workout. So hopefully gonna be in and out of the gym. I gotta go fix this tire that has a nail in it. Actually, that's a good transition to speak of minor inconveniences, because that was what happened to me the other day on Tuesday at the gym, where I had my left earbud was slightly lower in like audio, and then I was like, this is strange. So I thought it was just a connection issue. Retried it. Then I was like, then it was the same, and then it got slightly dimmer, so quieter, so it got worse, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I listened to one song, particularly it was Bloodhound Gang, Along Comes Mary, came on, and the intro part of it was super staticky on the left side, and I was like, oh no. So basically, that just confirmed that that headphone is screwed, so I'm still using it because, one, I haven't replaced it yet. I haven't had a chance to replace it yet, but two, I'm going to replace it most likely this weekend because I'll actually have a chance to do a swap-a-rooney. So my wife has the exact same headphones, so I'm going to just take hers and she's just going to get a new pair because she wants another pair. So I'm like, all right, that works for me, and I like the fact that they're the exact same ones. They're just slightly different colored. I think those are navy blue while these were like the gray black, so it's whatever. They're all the same to me, and it worked. These headphones have lasted me since 2019 because she bought them at the same time. She bought it for me as a gift, and I think it was 2019 when she bought them, so they've lasted, I would say, all of 2019. 2020 they weren't used as much, but then the last 2 years they've been used quite frequently. I mean, I go to the gym all the time, so that's where I use them the most. So pretty good, like 3-year shelf life, and it's not even like they're bad. It was most likely I dropped it, and then it just, that final drop, I hit it in the wrong direction and boom, which sucked. I think the main subject of today is just talking about minor inconveniences at the gym that are just so annoying. I mean, like something like that where your headphones just die, or like, you know, something is dying, but you're like, come on, hold on. It's so sad, but it's like, it's the inevitable. You're gonna have to get a new one, or you're gonna have to deal with it. I think headphones breaking at the gym isn't the worst thing possible. I think forgetting them in its entirety is probably worse. That's just annoying. Then you have to listen to the gym music, which is a mixed bag. Sometimes there's one good song, and then sometimes it's just like Taylor Swift or something, and how am I supposed to really? You're more focused and pissed off than before, just trying to get the fuck out of there. So that one is what it is. For another minor inconvenience is if you have to pay for parking. That I know I have to deal with that here, and I don't really care too much because I've gotten to the point now where I know when the meter maid comes. I can kind of guesstimate when it is, and when I have to actually worry about it versus when I can just kind of like whatever it. But the other LA Fitness that I went to recently, they have a 2-hour time limit for free parking. Then it's $7. So as you would imagine that I'd want to get through that as quickly as I can. Did I end up paying those $7? Yes, but that was just because I actually ended up meeting someone there, and we actually had a nice conversation. That was very cool, but also at the same time, that's also a minor inconvenience when you're like in the middle of working out, or like you're like in the zone and you talk to someone comes up to you and talks to you, and you get, you're friendly, so it's like, and they're friendly, it's all good. It's a good interaction, but then you get out of the zone immediately and you're like, shit. And then you kind of have to like put yourself back in there a little bit. I don't know. It's not like, I'm not saying like you're locked in and you're like pissed off and angry. It's more of a just like, there's like a specific level of zone. Oh my God, that's a small wheel. There's a specific level of, okay. That lady's wheel just got hit over, and it's like wheel for a cart. That was very strange. Okay. But But yeah, like I was saying, it's when you're in, like right there, I was out of the zone for a second. Now trying to get back into this zone is kind of like, all right, I have to kind of like clear the brain for a second, like clear the RAM for a second, and then come back in. And then it's like, all right, I'm in, but it takes a second, you know, especially because I was doing squats and I hadn't done squats in a while. So I was like, the mental preparedness for squatting is already like, you know, a little high. That was annoying, but that's like a minor inconvenience. There are other minor inconveniences at the gym, like the machine you want to use is being used, or like something is broken. I think the broken one is probably worse than the machine is being used. At least if the machine's being used, somebody else is using it. You know what I mean? Like that's like, okay, all right, fine. If it's broken, that means somebody was an asshole with it, or something happened where it went, you know, and it's like, oh, fuck. More likely than not, somebody was an asshole with it, which is the worst. That always sucks, especially if it's a machine you like to use, like the hip abduction machine in this fucking gym. It always is broken. Thankfully, it's fixed right now, but we'll see how long that lasts. I've yet to use it because I haven't needed to. I haven't had a chance to. There you go. That's a better way to describe it. So, like I said, I think that's up there. If you have wired headphones, when I used to do cardio at the gym, I had wired headphones for a while. The worst thing about that was when the headphones would snap off if like I hit it wrong, and then they would go like right out of my ears, and it would suck all the time. Also, if your earbud or something is falling out while mid-set and you're like, I can't stop, you know, that happens occasionally too. That one isn't that bad, but also just minorly annoying. But a fall like that, I'm pretty sure, is what busted my headphones. So things like that, just you kind of have to live with it. I'm kind of mad. I'm still having to deal with these headphones. It feels like if I had to give you a sound display chart, it feels like this is the sound from the right and this is the sound from the left. So it's like coming out, but it's not stereo. It's like if somebody turned down the left side a little too much. So very annoying, but I have to deal with it. Come on. Overall, minor inconveniences. I feel like these types of things, you can't let it get to you too much, especially since like this, like, it sucks. It's an extra thing. Like now I have to figure out this entire like earbuds thing, but I'm like, it's whatever. So like the tire, it sucks. I got to go get that fixed, but I got a buddy, aka Walter, shout out Walter, that'll help me fix it. So it's like, all right, whatever. It's just a time inconvenience, but at the same time, I'd rather have the small minor inconveniences than something major happen. So it is what it is. But with that being said, I'll see you on the inside.
Alright, so here we start off with the hack squat. I'm filming it from behind because one, I thought to myself, too much crotch shots recently. And two, there was a lady on the right there that I was trying not to film face front while she was doing her stuff. I was trying to avoid that, but she still got in the shot. I was trying to not inconvenience her. Does that make any sense? The reason why I always try to avoid filming others is because that just seems like a, quote, minor inconvenience. You know, I don't want to put people on the spot when it comes to certain things, you know, certain angles. Like, I'm recording, but my stuff is secondary to your workout. You guys should have like the privacy, and you can also have the ability to walk in front of my camera. I really don't care. And if that's the other thing, when people let that bother them, I think that's something that they should really let go, because I really don't understand why they would think that covering up your camera for all of 2 to 3 seconds is really that much of an issue. It's not really a minor inconvenience. You're just entitled. But speaking about minor inconveniences, at the gym, real minor inconveniences are like leaving weights on the bar or leaving weights on machines, like a crap ton. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a saint and don't leave weights on certain machines, but with that being said, if I do leave some, it isn't a ridiculous amount that I'm going to leave. Like, there are some people out there that will leave like 4 plates on the shoulder shrug machine, like that's it, and that's ridiculous. You know, like I'll leave a plate on there because it's usually like a starting point for some people on that machine. So like for here on the calf machine, I will take off like the smaller weights, but leave the 45s because that's usually a starting place for certain people. So it's not like I don't totally strip it off, but I will say if it's a barbell or something like that, I will completely strip it off. And if it's a dumbbell, I'll go put it back at least where I found it. Or if there is another weight that is close to that, I will put it next to it, unless it's inconveniently in a spot where it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Another minor inconvenience that happens only at the gym, really, and this one I occasionally have to deal with, is the supersetter from like across the entire gym, where they'll be supersetting on one thing and then they come around like 3 minutes later trying to use what you were using, but it's like they're doing like they're like doing a circuit training, but like all across the gym. But I could kind of understand it. Whenever I do supersets, I think, and this is just the key rule for something like that, you kind of have to stay around where you're actually doing your work. So you see, I do this giant set, but all three things are within 5 feet of each other, or literally they're grouped up next to each other. So I don't mind doing that. And even the wipes thing behind me, as you see here, even the wipes thing behind me doesn't have any wipes. So the guy that I was blocking there just found out that there's absolutely nothing there. So even then, I was technically in the way, being a minor inconvenience to this guy. But if he just skipped me, he would have had gone to another one anyway. So that one is what it is. I was gonna do a play-by-play on this entire scenario, but then I was like, nah, that just seems inconvenient, so I'm not gonna do that. But it is a funny thing that happened while talking about minor inconveniences. Funny how the world works like that. Now, I want to talk about this one subject particularly, that I think this one's gonna go a little bit cuckoo bananas, but I think, are minor inconveniences just attention from things that they want your attention? So this is more of a philosophical question as to, is there something that when you have a minor inconvenience, say your headphone drops out of during mid-set, or a nail in your tire, are these things attention grabbers from the items? So maybe your left ear or your car trying to tell you something. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I always think about that sometimes. Like maybe this is like the universe trying to tell you something or give you a warning about something. And I know that might go over some heads, but I think that there is some truth to that a little bit, especially since that car, I feel like in the car, I haven't, for the tire particularly, I haven't really been giving it the attention that it needs. So I feel like I should probably fix the car more and give it more attention than it gets. And it's something that I just kind of let it happen, and then I've been delaying the process of fixing it and stuff. And I think that with more and more things like that, you know, I don't know, I just personally think that even though it is a slight ridiculous notion, I feel like that sometimes that's what it's like. It's like the universe is trying to nitpick you in certain directions because it wants you to pay attention to certain things that you may or may not be paying attention to, or they're trying to give you a sign of something else in the future that might come up. You know, it sucks, but it might be something pushing you into something that you didn't think you needed to do or were ignoring at the time. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't know. It's just something to explore, a thought experiment. Just think about it, I guess. And I think I'm gonna have to think about it too next time I have a minor inconvenience, like toothpaste on the shirt, you know, something like that. What caused me to get the toothpaste on my shirt? You know, was I too much in a rush? Why? You know, what's going on? Was I too focused on something that shouldn't get my focus? Just a thought.
Nothing like it being 70 in the winter, and we're back. We are back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed. None. Got everything in, thankfully. Didn't have to skip anything. Was ultra hot in the gym because they don't turn on the AC, obviously. In the middle of winter, there was no AC, so it was just kind of staticky air. So the gym smelled a little extra, and also it was hot as balls. My shirt was soaked through. I was wondering, I was like, why am I sweating so much? Is this workout really that hard? Am I just like noob right now? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's 70 degrees outside, so that's probably why. It is hot right now. I got the sleeves rolled up, I got pants on. The only reason I have the hat on is just because of the mic placement. That's literally it. I would take this hat off right now if I could, but I'm gonna keep it on while I talk. But that's just a minor inconvenience. You know, the entire episode is probably gonna be called like minor inconvenience. Like, for example, my headphones, when I put them in and started playing music, it was fine. It was fine for the first 2 songs, and then after the 3rd song, I could hear the audio in the left one start to go down, and then by a certain point, it was just super low. I remember listening, there was a My Chemical Romance song came on. I think it was Thanks for the Venom, I think, and there's a part where it goes, I think the guitar or something happens only on the left ear, and it was just like, it was so like as if a mouse was playing. It was like, and it was hilarious to me. I had a good internal chuckle, you know? So that was kind of annoying when it even happened. So then I'm like, all right, so this is officially confirmed busted. It just works for like a little bit and then it stops working, which was super annoying, but whatever. I'm gonna get another pair anyway, technically, so I don't really care. She uses hers, but she isn't using it in a like sweating environment like I've been using it, obviously. So hers is more calm use. So I'm assuming it should be, they would last. They're fine. So I should be good to go with those. So I'm not really too worried about that. I'm just looking forward to getting stereo sound again, you know, or equal volume sound. So that'd be nice. Get in a lane, brother. What are you doing? Currently gonna go home soon. Gotta go do a couple errands after this, but looking forward to Monday. I'm very tired. I weighed 196 this morning, which was not good. I did not like that, but that was me. That's all on me because the diet was not as ho-she as it should have been. I should have eaten less rice. It was a very rice-filled week, unfortunately. That's just me, and I know that when I eat rice, I retain it. It's just like pasta. I also like any carb-heavy food. It blows me up at least 2 to 3 pounds. It's just pure water weight and whole retention. So I need to cut that out. Thankfully, it is my birthday weekend, but I know what my meal. There I have 2 meals that I'm gonna do. One won't be technically that bad because it's just gonna be straight chicken, and the other one will be bad, but that'll be the one that I have that's gonna be not great. And then I have one dessert, but the dessert I also know the caloric intake for. That's how anal retentive I have become about this type of stuff. The first thing I'll do is look it up immediately. It's minor inconvenience, but it happens. Whatever, I don't really care as long as I know, and then that way I can control it. And with how I'm gonna do it, most likely that one of those 2 meals will be my only meal for the day. So it works out. I'll be able to most likely stay on track on calories. I think I'll be able to get back down. I need to get to 191 by next week, or 193 actually. Sorry, 193 by next Friday. So then I'm back on track, and then 191 the next week. We'll have to wait and see. That is a problem for future Oscar when he's craving Taco Bell, even though he doesn't necessarily love Taco Bell, but he just wants a crap ton of food. So yeah, that'll be a problem for him. But for now, it's not a problem. I'm hungry, but I gotta go do this stuff first. This fucking idiot got in the middle. What a fucking idiot. Got in the middle lane from the 3rd lane over here and blocked this other lane. So now he's gonna cause traffic. But anyways, it was a good session. I'm very excited. Finally got a full week editing, full week of lifting. Finally, it feels like it's been forever since I've been able to do this. It's nice. I could actually go every single day. I'm looking forward to seeing next week how that goes. Birthday week. Tuesday will be Tuesday's workout. The Quadzilla workout will be my birthday episode. Although I'm not going to I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but it'll be on my birthday. 1 and 2, it's another Quadzilla that won't be named Quadzilla. I'm going to have to eventually name it Quadzilla. It will happen, but eventually. Well, with that being said, all I could say really is that you can't really let these minor inconveniences get to you, because if you do, then everything will start getting to you. It sucks when in a day things just seem to pile up, because it always seems like that. But in reality, it's really just one thing, and then it's a continuous thing. It's like I used to always say, you woke up on the wrong side of the spider, because everybody expects bed, but I just say spider because it makes no sense. But you know, sometimes you do end up like that, and it sucks, but you kind of just have to deal with it, because if you don't deal with it, then you let your anger get out and all that other stuff, and it always sucks. You can't really keep your cool, or just it snowballs. It gets worse and worse before like something big happens, and then it's like, oh, okay, maybe, you know, take it as a sign that something needs to change, or change the thought processes that are going on. You know, what you put out in the world, you know, will affect that. Something astrology. There you go. That's the main takeaway that I'm going to leave you with. And also, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I got to make something about that. I will probably do that this weekend, because I've caught up on editing technically, so I'll be able to film something, hopefully. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Peace.